Good morning. Today I will discuss to you how to install Phython using the Phython.org official website, official wiki. So this is the beginner's guide to Phython. So if you are new to Phython, this is the best website to go. So first is you have to read the overview if you are new to Phython to explain for a short explanation on what Phython is. So, what is Phython? So, Phython is a clear and a powerful object oriented programming language comparable to Perl, Ruby, Scheme, or Java. Some of Phython's notable features is it uses an elegant syntax, making the programs you write easier to read. It is easy to use language that makes it simple to get your program working. This makes Phython ideal for prototype development and other ad hoc programming tasks without compromising maintainability. It comes with a standard library that supports many common programming tasks, such as connecting to web servers and modifying files. Phython's interactive mode makes it easy to test short snippets of code. There is also a bundled development environment. It is easily extended by adding new modules implemented in a compiled language such as C or C++. It can also be embedded into an application to provide a programmable interface. It runs anywhere, including Mac, Windows, Linux, and Unix, with unofficial builds that is available for Android and iOS. It is a free software in two senses. It doesn't cost anything to download or use Phython, or to include it in your application. Phython can also be freely modified and redistributed. Thus, we have unofficial builds for Android and iOS, since it is copyrighted under an open source license. Some programming language features of Phythons are a variety of basic data types are available, such as numbers, strings, both ASCII and Unicode, lists, and dictionaries. The numbers can be floating point, complex, and unlimited long integers. Python supports object oriented programming with classes and multiple inheritances. Code can be grouped into modules and packages, and the language supports raising and catching exceptions, which is resulting in clearer error handling. Data types are strongly and dynamically typed, mixing incompatible types such as attempting to add string in a number, causes an exception to appear and to be raised, so errors are detected sooner rather than later. Python contains advanced programming features such as generators and list comprehensions, and Python's memory management frees you from having to manually allocate and a free memory in your code. Now, how to get Python? So, install the Phython 3 interpreter in your computer. This is the program that reads Phython's programs and carries out their instruction. You need to do it before you can do any Phython programming. Mac and Linux distributions may include an updated version of Phython, which is Phython 2, but you should install an updated one, which is Phython 3. So, if you want to download this, you just click Beginner's Guide Download for instructions on how to download the correct version of Phython. So if you want to download Phython, you need to install if you need to use Phython on your computer, you need to install it first. So check whether you already have an up-to-date version of Phython by entering Phython in the command line window. If you see a response from a Phython interpreter, it will include a version number with its initial display. Okay, generally, any Phython 3.x version will do. So I have here idle. So here the screen says that I have a Phython 3.9.2 as the version. Okay, so this is how Phython looks like. All right. So if you are on Windows, these are the different downloads available for Phython, which is available in this page. Okay. So you will have a choice between 32-bit and 64-bit. 32-bit is labeled x86 and 64-bit is labeled x86 to 64 versions. So you have to install what is required of your system. So for beginners, I want you to install this latest Python release, which is a stable release 3.9.2. You may opt to install 3.10.0 A6 dated March 1, but this is not yet stable. There might be bugs along the way. All in all, if you want to do this, you can also do so. So, all I have to advise you is to install this one. So, you may click Windows Installer 32-bit, or if you have an AMD processor, you can install 64-bit. Maybe you are not using XP anymore or Windows 7, but in case you are, you can browse in this window the different versions that can be installed on your version of your Windows. All in all, if you want to install a stable release, please do so that you will not have bugs along the way. Now, next, after installing Python, you have to begin learning Python. Okay, so you read a tutorial and try some experiments with your new Python interpreter. So you can, if you have never programmed before, you can use this one for non-programmers for the list of suitable tutorials. If you have previous programming experience, you can consult programmers, which list more advanced tutorials. If your English is not your first language and you might be more comfortable with a tutorial that has been translated to your language, you can also use this. All in all, there are different sites which offer in-browsing coding for those who want to learn Python, like Code Academy, Coding Bootcamps, Data Camps, Quest, Hack in Science, High School Technology Services, and so on. You can also print this cheat sheet for the most important Python features and post it to your office and until you know the basics. Okay, so these are the different versions for the beginner's guide. Okay, I want you to read this one so that if you want to learn in advance, you can do so, or you can wait for the proper introductions for Python. That would be all, and thank you.